Hi guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another episode of Total War Arena. So, what we're doing today, we are sort of revisiting the Roman Javelins with Sulla. So, if you remember last time, we basically got up to these tier 7s, and we really haven't played them a lot more since then. Got a couple of the upgrades. We actually got the Javelin upgrade, or one of the Javelin upgrades. I can't remember if I'm going to go for the next one or not. But I've still not got things like the body armor, and we've got a shield to increase missile block chance and that sort of thing. So we've still got quite a bit to go. And yeah, I really haven't played them for like 3 or 4 weeks now, it feels like. So I just thought, I kind of fancied taking them out for a whirl, and if I was going to do that, then I might as well make a video about it, hadn't I? So here we are with the Roman Javelins. Not a lot else to say about them, really. I was thinking about doing a video, if you can remember, a couple of weeks ago I did a video on statistics looking at armor penetration, weapon damage, etc, etc. I just felt that these were a really good example because they have really low weapon damage. So their missile weapon damage look is 119 base. I don't know what's increasing that. We're getting a little bit from Fletcher and a little bit from the missile weapon damage there. It's kind of an interesting point that I'm just looking at these two. You see, I would never sacrifice the armor penetration damage modifier, the plus 17, because that's base damage that is always going to be inflicted on every unit you shoot at. Whereas the other one, which is 10, but gives you that plus 15 missile weapon damage, whereas it's only plus 9. You know, that 15 weapon damage is going to do nothing really, because you know, even upgraded, the missile weapon damage on this is what, 137? Sorry if that math is wrong, but that's never going to penetrate anything. Now this tier, say let's look at the Romans. The body armor, base unupgraded body armor is 127 with 32 shield. But they have lots of upgrades that will easily push that, you know, 32 for that, plus 6 for that, you know, helmets. So the effect is that these guys are always going to do their base penetration, armor penetration in damage, which is obviously 70 plus 25, 95. I can do that one easy. So that's the damage they're going to do almost always. So there's really no point upgrading the missile weapon damage. There's only a purpose in upgrading the missile weapon penetration damage, because that missile weapon damage is just it's far too low for ever to do any armor penetration effect against armor. The only time it will ever do anything is against, say, Faltzman or something, or the rear of barbarians, something that's sufficiently lightly armored to make it worthwhile. So we may do a video on that, but that's kind of what I was trying to point out. Anyway, let's hop into a battle and see how we get on with these guys. So, we are loading into the Battle of Marathon. Looks like we've got pretty decent matchmaking, to be honest. Where am I going to go? Look at going in the forest, possibly. Just an interesting thing that has just occurred to me. These things happen. As we were just saying, that missile weapon damage is completely irrelevant to javelins, basically. It's all about the penetration damage. So therefore, if you go into a forest and you get 10% missile weapon damage, presumably that doesn't affect the penetration. In which case, the negative, you'll still get the range effect, but the actual damage effect, negative effect of forests on javelins is probably completely irrelevant. The missile weapon damage is 137. Which is not really, by and large, going to be enough. Something, if you're shooting units in the back, non-Roman units in the back, it might be enough. Yes, the weapon damage drops to 123, which obviously will never do anything, but the penetration is actually exactly the same. So you lose that range, the 10% range, and the movement speed obviously is a pain. But that is actually it. I forgot to activate prescription. So yeah, forests, not really a problem for javelins. Just an interesting point. Any extremely high penetration unit where penetration is their damaging point aren't really going to be affected by forests.
We have drawn first blood.
Cavalry playing a risky game. I was trying to keep up with these Harry painted warriors. Let's speed up a little bit. The tier 6 premium unit. So we have got some Dacians. So even their body armor, and they're basically naked, is 124. We appear to be retreating. No, we're not retreating. We aren't. Let's hold here and see what we want to do. I'd engage those Dacians, but obviously you've got to be a bit careful about it. We have got caltraps, but you know, again, we're possibly vulnerable to cavalry. Just try and keep our wits about us. Don't know where that Carthaginian cavalry went. I guess it must have retreated deep into the forests. So remember, we're a bit short on range with these guys. Looks like those Falksmen have pulled. Oops, the camera have retreated by the looks of it. And there's this Carthaginian cavalry. Looks like the Falksmen. Yeah, they've gone. They've left. Probably a wise decision on their part, to be honest. Don't want to engage the javelins. Let's have a look. Are these Arminius? They are not. So they're going to be fast, but they're not going to be stupid fast. So let's go out this forest here. Bit of a risk in terms of we are getting into cavalry range. See if these harry-painted warriors are going to come with me. Doesn't look like they are necessarily. Something here. Bit of a dangerous game this is. So some Gunganid charges down here. So let's wait for our guys to go in front. Play this game carefully. Don't want to get caught out by cavalry. That's friendly. Oh, there's quite a lot of stuff here, to be honest. I think the idea of waiting for backup seems like a pretty wise decision. Just getting range of these veteran legionaries, at least get a volley off on them. So look at that. Ooh, run away. Make haste. Watch out for these enemy cavalry. So they're going to do that. But we'll get a focus firing behind them. Okay, now let's pull back because we've got these Dacians are going to throw fire at us. It's obviously doing rather effectively. We've got to watch out for these guys down here, and the general consensus seems to be retreat. Oops, bit of lag. Okay, these guys are obviously in Testudo, so they're going to be completely missile blocked, so I'm not going to be able to do any damage to them. So let's have a look. Wait for some more units to arrive. There's quite a lot of enemies over here by the looks of things. This is going to involve leaving cover though. There's still a few Gunganid charges talking about. But Javelins are a bit more independent capable than any other unit. Not only because they're just their fast damage output potential, but also because of obviously the ability of caltraps. And these Iberian rebels would just be a dream, wouldn't they? Are they? They are Hannibal ones. Ooh! Forgot they've got a charge. They have, haven't they? They've got a unit charge. Forgotten about that. Okay, that caught us out a little bit. Go down with the caltrop. And let's pull back a little bit. Whether these guys have noticed that caltrop or not, it looks like no, to be honest. Though it wasn't particularly effective. Go for focus fire. And dash again. Those enemy cavalry. Oh, we could be in trouble here, you know, to be honest. If that cavalry realises where we are, which they have, what have we got to retreat to? Not a lot.
Ready the caltrops.
Come on, guys, keep up the pace. What's slowing you down? Shallow water? You're not in shallow water. You're so silly. Let's whip them. Oh, and there's the enemy cavalry, unhelpfully. Go. Oh, Jesus. Have we got something that will allow me to deploy a caltrop? We do not. Let's try and just out-damage these Iberian rebels, and we should take down some of the enemy cavalry in the process, is my belief, which has largely happened. Okay, let's put you trying to get some damage in on these guys. Get some, make sure our prescriptions are all activated. There we go. Oh! Yeah, we're under attack from everywhere, but we're still not doing too badly. I'm not going to complain yet. Taking a bit of damage on some of our units. Let's try and get round to these Romans. Yeah, we'll whip and run. Whip and run. We're clustered, I know.
Mark your target.
And these Romans not help me. Oh, we have more enemies up here. Alright, let's try and spread ourselves back out. Let's get a volley off at you guys. Let's keep moving. Get a caltrop down in a not exactly a perfect place.
The enemy base will soon be mine.
They broke the artillery, but they're going to get caught on the caltrop. Let's whip and dash, whip and dash, whip and dash, and get these guys moving again. So it's still turning into a bit of an intense friendly cavalry. Yep, it is. Obviously keeping damage up on these Romans. I'm not sure if the enemy has any cavalry left. I'm not seeing anything that's particularly been threatening us. They have wisely gone for testudoing. Looks like these armoured legionaries may be pulling up the hill, which again would be the right thing for them to do. Are they going to keep a unit on me? Quite possibly. These Libyan hoplites could also be a reasonable target for us, because they're not. Are they? Yes, they're Carthaginians. So they are somewhat lacking in terms of any missile block ability. They don't have a ray shield or anything like that, or a fight in the shade available to them, and they tend to be pretty weak, to be honest. From a range point of view, that damage. See, even shooting into the back of them, we're doing the same sort of damage as we do to the Romans, to be honest.
The enemy base
Let's whip and dash. We'll get past these Romans. The Romans know it. They're not really bothering to. Try and volley in without causing too much friendly fire. Oh, look at that! 5,000, 700 with only 100 damage to the enemy. Another unit here. Just cuts them down. I mean, this is the brutality of javelins, really. I'm going to be careful. They are a hazardable one, aren't they? So they've got a flying column. They've just used it, and that's that. Okay, Romans. These guys have just come out of testudo by the looks of it. All these. Oh, what are you? Pretty sod. Do you mind? He just ran himself into a cliff. Okay. That wasn't a very good focus fire, was it? Okay, let's pull back this way. How's the battle looking? Oh, not so good. Our healths haven't gone long enough, so none of us are wavering at the moment. So we can still afford to whip without routing. I wanted to try and get up here. You see, look, if I can get some shots into the back of these Romans, I can pretty much wipe out this unit. If I can get there before these enemies, our allies, die. We may cause slight amounts of friendly fire, but look at that damage. Oh, glorious. We can dash. Get these guys. Oh, they've gone testudo. Wise move. Ooh. Ooh, be careful of those Dacians. Although if our Blood Riders are going to engage them, I would probably look at having a volley. It would be rude not to, wouldn't it, really? Whether we can do it without causing too many friendly fire. A little. One more. And then let's stop at that. We've got these guys coming down. What are they? Yeah, again, Germanicus allows them to, of course, testudo, let me stop blobbing up, which is obviously pretty poor form. We shouldn't be blobbing. I'm worried about friendly fire in these cav, but at the same time, I'm conscious that, you know, the amount of damage we can be doing. We are over. Ooh, ooh, where did that come from? They moved quicker than I thought they were going to. Okay, down there goes Sulla. Oh, Roman's there. Which means we've lost access to the prescription. Or it seems to be showing us still active. It shouldn't be. Ah, still in testudo. Whip and dash. Their frenzied charge is very effective, isn't it?
The enemy base will soon be mine.
Try and get rid of those guys if we can. If they're going to turn towards the cavalry, volley in the back. Oh, they've obviously come out of Testudo.
Focus your fire.
Bit of dash. I don't know why these guys have come out of Testudo, but it's an error for them. Yeah, they've gone back in. It doesn't look good for this battle. I don't know how we're going to come back out of this one. Can we kill him before he arrives? Yes. Okay, so that's those Romans dealt with. So what have we got left to deal with? Quite a lot. Quite a lot of Romans. All Germanicus Romans, all with Testudo. Which is not particularly helpful for us. We're significantly down, although we've had a semi-decent game. Definitely made a few mistakes. I got caught out by a few of those barbarians. I also got caught out a bit earlier on, didn't I, by a unit. Sort of been sprinting around the battlefield probably a bit more than is necessary. But hopefully it shows kind of just how effective these javelins really still are. They really are just such a dominant force sometimes on the battlefield. Looks like we still have some friendly javelins kicking in every odd shot. Look at that, only 4,000 damage, you know, just on a whim. Just damage potential. For 5,000 damage. And now they have no choice but to turn on me, not with this unit anyway. I'm probably going to blob now, to be honest. I think we'll risk going a little bit nearer to that unit. Try and get a side volley on this guy. No, they're turned in. Wise choice. Wise choice. Well, let's go and deal with this napalm guy over here. I assume he's also a Germanicus Legion. Which seems to be today's game. Don't charge in there. I'm not yet sure how, or to be honest, if we can actually pull this one back. Go for a volley. So of course some allied friendly fire there, but it routed them, which is what we really needed. So we've got 3 and some pikes to deal with. And I've got a minute to do it, so I can't cap out. Oh, Jesus. What am I going to do? Indecision. Let's go this way. I can pace these Romans without too much issue. But I'm not going to be able to get behind them because they're always going to be able to turn towards me. It'd be nice of them to come out of Testudo. Oh! I say I can outpace them! They caught a few of me, but not many. I'm not going to be able to gain 40 points worth.
Mark your target.
That wasn't a very good focus fire. So again, we'll risk another one.
Double time. Ready the caltrops.
Let me walk into the caltrops.
Slay them. On my mark. Attack.
Keep damage up what we can. They're going to have a heavy infantry charge back, aren't they?
50
Just get out of the way. You know, we're closing the gap. Given enough time, I could probably win this, but I don't have enough time if I go back into Testudo. No little horse charged into them. Okay, well, we gave it a good shot. It probably wasn't the most exciting game to watch, to be honest. That's got to be said. And a defeat in the end after all that. But we gave it a reasonable stab, didn't we? I still think Javelins are pretty powerful, it's got to be said. They are kind of that high-risk, high-reward unit. But with caltrops and the amount of damage output they have, they're pretty competitive. Even against cavalry, you know, okay, they're not going to beat cavalry if they catch them head on, but the caltrops stop a cavalry charge. They buy them time to retreat to friendly units. With Sulla, the hardly is actually slow. You know, they're not slow in the first place, to be honest. What's their base speed? 4.1 upgraded, and they've still got a little bit more movement speed to gain out of the body armour. So yeah, they're not slow exactly. And obviously Sulla gets whip, and they get a dash. And if you're fighting archers, they get a raised shield, which obviously gives that massive increase missile block chance. So yeah, they are a very sturdy ranged unit. You know, if you're looking for a sturdy ranged unit that's tough, can deal with most situations, not quite as vulnerable as archers, you know, going to be hanging around a bit longer, then you can't go too far wrong with javelins. You know, I guess we'll see if anything massive changes at tier 8, but I suspect they're going to be kind of a similar type of unit up to tier 10. That's kind of what I'm expecting. I definitely be continuing down these guys' tech tree. But yeah, hopefully it's sort of a bit of a refresher on javelins. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please give the video a like, it really does help the channel out. Subscribe to the channel for lots more Total War Arena content. And thanks, guys. I shall see you all on the next episode.